There are only two goals in the video game Hitman: kill the targets and don't get seen. From those two goals, an infinite amount of solutions appear for those with creative enough eyes to see them. In this game, it's not just a mechanical shot. It's not just pressing the buttons faster. It's a puzzle. Can you solve it? It's this tension between skill, aim, speed, and creativity that makes Hitman, in my mind, the greatest speedrunning game of all time. And so for the past 4 years, I've tried to showcase that by hosting the biggest contract competition in the world. Working with Hitman legend David Red Sox, we designed fiendishly difficult, brand new contracts, unleash them on the best players in the world, and give them only 1 week to push the game itself to the absolute limit to find their own unique solution. This year, though, we upped the prize pool to $2,000, the biggest in Hitman history. The contract trended #1 for the entire week on every platform and console that Hitman has played. We received more unique submissions this year than in all previous 4 years combined, with a fresh crop of new, talented players that showcase skills I never would have thought possible when we started this. This year's competition had the most innovative, complex, and yes, creative kills that I've seen yet. Before I show them to you, first, you have to know who they're trying to kill. This year's contract brings us to Mumbai, divided between a Bollywood film being shot in a luxury high-rise, to a gang-controlled abandoned train yard, to a crowded slum filled with witnesses and armed gangs every step of the way. Scattered across this huge map are our 5 targets. Target 1 is the local. He's a lazy worker on a construction site. Seems like an easy kill. Too bad he's surrounded by a number of armed guards who all check in on each other for a quick chat. You want to catch him on his route? Too bad he doesn't have one. He literally sits out on his barrel and does not move. Target 2 is the thug, a member of a local gang who's taken over the streets of Mumbai. He harasses local citizens for money and as such, always has somebody's eye on him. Target 3 is where it gets really tricky. This is the servant. He's got one job, cleaning this train car, and by God is he gonna do it. The fact that he's also got a solid metal train roof above him and a solid metal train yard roof above that, well, that's the speedrunner's problem, not his. Sorry, Tupla. Target 4 is the mean guard. In the slums of Mumbai, dressed all in gold, this guard spends his time yelling at the poverty-stricken workers at the laundry to get back to work. Maybe that makes you feel better about killing him, but being surrounded by workers makes it pretty hard to do so without being seen. Finally, to really cap it off and make it the most difficult contract yet, Target 5 is the Maelstrom. For the first time ever, we're adding a main game target to one of our contracts. Unlike every other Hitman NPC, this target is truly randomized. He has a different outfit and route depending on where you choose to spawn. Rest assured though, they all involve him walking through an extremely crowded slums, so none will make it easy. I'm not exaggerating when I say this was by far the hardest contract we've ever made, but nothing, and I mean nothing, stops a speedrunner. How will the world's best players break it? Let's find out. On day 1, we got complaints. The distance between the servant and the local is the width of the entire map. And we do this to incentivize different starting locations. Mumbai has more starting locations than any other map. There's 13. By the way, as we start showing off the best times from each spawn, I will remove them from this counter so we can narrow down to find out what the answer was. At the end of the day, Hitman is a puzzle game. There are 5 targets. What is the fastest way to kill them? How do you do it without getting seen? How do you solve these problems? One of these is the answer. To get down to that, we're gonna have to go through 600 amazing attempts to solve that with unique takes and strategies. And so unlike previous years, I'm going to start this competition by showing you a creative run that made me laugh out loud. Usually I start with a regular time. I'm gonna start with a creative run. And this comes from SoftwareFerret. Now it's a 14-minute run, I can't show it all, but he called his run Trolley Problem. And what he did is ride in a clown suit on the train, then go around to every target on the map, knock them out without getting seen, and then one by one drag their bodies. This takes a while, so you get an idea. David Red Sox watched this entire thing, by the way. Downstairs. He had to clear out every single person on the map that was in the way so we could keep green guns. It's a pain in the ass. Finally gets every single target all the way here, all 5 on the thing, and then as the train starts to near, he teabags in front of the camera and changes the train track, literally trolley probleming. And that, You might have missed this. Let me explain how insane this is. I thought it would have been a fun creative run. But again, we required even the creative runs to be green guns, silent assassin. And my thought was, wait a minute. When you do this train cinema scene, it kills a bunch of regular people. It turns out that he positioned these 5 targets just far enough away from that cutscene that he could spam the exit button, and it appears for, I guess, a frame. I don't even see it, but it appears for a frame. And so right now he is exiting as this cutscene plays. He's out. He got out. It doesn't count those as kills. It's a silent assassin 5-star run. He killed all 5 targets, green guns. He escapes on the train. I mean, that is creative as all hell. And so we're gonna kick off with that run. It's not a speed run, but it's speed run its way to my heart. I was super impressed, and it's difficult to find out where to start here because we have times ranging again all the way from 15 minutes down to our winner. I decided to start at 3 minutes 10 seconds. Compared to the average player, 3 minutes 10 seconds is incredibly fast, but we have a lot to get to today. And in that, I want to give it to QueenLiz. First off, we're going to start here on the barge with QueenLiz's 310 run. People love starting the barge because it's near this target and it's pretty near this target. So you can get 2 targets figured out. Starts in the barge, immediately runs over to the local guard, local security. Let's call him the local. Tranks the guy talking to him, hits his ass with a brick, grabs him and dumps his ass in a bunch of wet cement. Terrible way to die. Will never be found. Runs back across the barge, runs over past the slums, sees the maelstrom walking, and this is pretty sick. Grabs a smuggled in gun. Look at the timing. Look at the timing. I just want to say this. This is a smuggle point. You can choose your smuggle points in that. By the exact time QueenLiz gets to the gun, the maelstrom is walking past a scooter. Blam, blam. Scooter blows up. Accident kill. It just really well timed. If you're like a second later, he walks past that scooter. Every run today is silent assassin. They all get out green guns without kills being found, bodies being found. They all get out. It's all 5-star. We don't count any run that's not 5-star. Then the explosion of the scooter distracts everybody that is watching this guy. So they walk over to the scooter, distracts this guy from the ground, and then as everyone down here is running away, knocks this guy out that could find the body, and shoots this guy in the head. Boom. Clean. 3 down in 1:30. Gotta keep running. Gotta get to the servant. Picks up a shovel. How do they open this door again? Oh, they brought a lockpick. Okay, they use one of their item slots on a lockpick. Knocks out this guy with a shovel. Steals his disguise so you can sneak into the train yard without being spotted, and walks into this cart with the shovel, unlocks the door again, just concusses the woman cleaning this monkey and shoots the guy in the back of the head. Nobody will go into this train cart now, so it's free. 4 down, 1 left, the laundry target. He can go into here because of the disguise he got, so he walks past the guard, tranks the guy that'll see his body. Lethal syringe, poison kill, accident, right in the back. Nobody sees that happen. That's 5 targets dead. Now you just have to get out to an exit. What I want to say, this is where I should explain something that's going to come up a lot. Notice how far that this runner had to go to get to an exit. Almost 30 seconds from the final kill to get to the exit. In Mumbai, the exits are generally terrible. They're all really far from the center of the map. They're like on the edges and they're hard to get to. There's faster exits that are unique to Mumbai that are like tuk-tuk taxis. You can exit the map with this guy, but you must be holding 2 coins. If you are not holding 2 coins to pay the guy, you cannot exit, which means you either need to find 2 coins on the map or you need to smuggle them in. And that takes up an item slot. So if that guy wanted to get rid of his lockpick, he could have brought 2 coins. They add a real unique complication. So a lot of elite runners as we go forward have to find ways to pick up coins during their run so they can pay the cab man to get out of the level. Literally that saves time. This guy did not get coins, which is one of the reasons it was an over 3-minute run because they had to run almost 30 seconds to get to this exit. But still, an incredible time from QueenLiz, aka Choke Artist 420. But we have to get much, much faster. We are gonna chop off 30 seconds instantly. For run number 14, we are going to the photo shoot spawn. You'd think, correctly, that some of these have to be better than others. And you'd assume some of these are pretty bad. Like some of these have to be absolute shit. You'd be sort of right. After this contract, with how much variety we got, every single spawn got a crack time, which is just incredible. This was, I believe, the least popular spawn with a 244 time from BananCake. He uses one advantage of the photo shoot spawn, which is you can smuggle a sniper in nearby. So he grabs a sniper, and now he has to get out of this stupid tower. So he has to run all the way downstairs. Look how much time it is before he's even doing anything. That's how bad photo shoot is. Distracts some guards in the construction area. Jumps downstairs. He made the local walk over here. Sniper, blam, back of the head. Look at where his body falls. Behind this brick, so nobody over there sees him. Picks up his gun, picks up this brick. He even, just to be sure, because sometimes the people up here will look out the window and see the dead body, he panics them so they run away. Then, at the exact same time, he flicks out his sniper and notice this sign from the photo shoot route at 49 seconds. The Maelstrom walks under this sign. So he flicks around, times it. The sign crushes him, accident kill. He knocks out that guy so he doesn't find the body. Insanely ridiculous shot across the map. I believe this is to the hill guard. This is the guy on the hill. This is Thug. He triple shots an area that only the Thug can hear. Guards, like the Thug in Hitman, if they hear 3 shots, will haul ass to where the shots came from. The Thug starts running to this spot, which has a tiny puddle of water that he puts a taser into. So already he's killed basically 3 targets without leaving the construction site. Electrifies the puddle. So that guy's gonna run all the way to that puddle and get shocked to death. Then he escapes the construction site and goes a route that most people don't take. Most people didn't run through this part of the map. Again, one of the hard challenges, and a lot of people complain about this to me, and I'm like, well, deal with it, is that when you try to get around the map in Mumbai, there's so much crowd crush. If you bump into an NPC, you get slowed down. So being able to weave through the NPCs is actually really important, because if you bump a single one, it costs you time. It's like very hard to get through the map in general. There's so many NPCs. He ran all that way, by the way. He ran that 30 seconds over here to pick up a single coin. That's how important the coins are. I mean, it's part of his route to passive, and then he goes through here, and now he's trying to get over to the laundry guard. There's a small slit in this metal grating in the side of the laundry. He tosses a proximity taser through here. When a guard, like the mean bodyguard, picks up a taser, they get shot to death, accident kill. It only works on guards. Laundry guard dead. Then he triple shots to panic all the guards here. They're now gonna run to where he was. They're looking around panic. They're gonna run this way. They're not caring about him. He walks right past them. Mud shots open the door. Fires 3 panic shots into the train car where the servant is. The servant is his last target. That makes both the workers in there panic. Walks into here, steals the last coin from this homeless man's bed. Now he has 2 coins. Then, right as he walks out of here, this panicking guy runs out the back of the train alone. Boom, dead. All 5 targets dead, and he has 2 coins in his pocket. So when he jumps off this train, he can walk right here to a nearby tuk-tuk, pay him 2 coins, and get out. Sick run to make the photo shoot viable. We are gonna chop another 30 seconds off of that from ClericRaptorX. We're at 2 minutes and 12 seconds from the laundry, top of the map. The laundry start is terrible. And I'll show you why. You know, you start the game, you're a worker on the laundromat. If you cut the cutscene and leave, this guy sees you instantly. Which means every single time you have to wait for the full cutscene and then wait longer for the guard to walk away. You start at like a 4-second deficit every time. The laundry start people were determined to make this work. Waits the full cutscene, as you are required to do. Waits for, I believe, 2 slaps. Puts it down. Starts moving at 7 seconds. In a speed run. But that's pretty cracked. If he dies in such a way that the 2 guards upstairs happen to not be looking, the 2 guards up front won't see him, and these 2 guys just keep working. They're probably happy just to not be yelled at. Now he's choosing to go for the servant, number 2. Now that's the second thing. When you get to these cracked runs, they started figuring out where are the blind spots. He walks up, and when this guy lifts his head up from his sweeping job, if you shoot him in the head, this woman will not stop polishing this monkey. And by the way, that's not a euphemism. She's polishing an actual monkey statue. She walks past him before that at around 30 seconds. But if you kill this guy after 30 seconds, but before like 3 minutes, she just won't see him again. He goes through here, doesn't steal the poor person's coin, but grabs the propane tank, opens the train, unlocks the door, tosses the propane ahead of himself, takes out his gun, triple shots. That triple shot can only be heard by the thug. The thug is now gonna run down the stairs around over here to this propane tank, which is in an isolated area, and he puts a proximity taser down. When he gets to the taser sets off a spark. The sparks for the propane. Accident kill. Smuggled in 3 coins. He used one of his smuggle spots, not for a sniper, not for a tranquilizer, not for a gun, but for 3 basic coins. That's how important the coins are that he used one of his slots. Oh, it wasn't even a proximity. He actually just, he timed it. He timed the bomb for when the guy was there. That was actually pretty sick. It wasn't even proximity. This guy hears the explosion, and if he's standing right here when he hears the explosion, he runs this direction. So he goes, oh, what the hell? And starts running away. Look at the timing on that. He shoots this first. It explodes after like 3 seconds. He times this guy running. That's going to pass it right when this. I mean, that's cracked. Now only 1 target is remaining. The local, he has different cycles. Sometimes he's talking to that guy, and sometimes he's alone on the barrel. Right now, the guy is talking to him. How does he get the guy talking to him to go away? So he shoots the crane. The entire thing falls, explodes, and this guy right here is going to turn around to look at it. That's when he shoots his buddy in the back of the head. Now, that guy will turn around, but he's right next to the exit. Boom! From the laundry start, incredible run. We're not in our top 10 yet, but we are now officially under 2 minutes. For the first time, we are going to eliminate a spawn. Laundry is not the answer. The next one I'm going to show you is taxi. Now, let me explain. Everyone could tell very soon that taxi was a terrible spawn. Taxi is so far from these 2 targets. To get a sub 2 minute from taxi is uniquely impressive. So this is Hagru's sub 2 minute taxi spawn. So he starts out and he hops this wall. By the way, he does the whole thing in boxers. Extra cool for Hagru, I guess. Takes out a proximity taser, tosses that taser into a puddle. The local guard is going to walk over to that puddle and die. Very simple. That's one advantage of taxis. You can knock that one out real quick. We're 30 seconds in. He got a kind of quick local guard kill and he stole a hammer. That's it. The fact that he made this work, that he kills these 5 in the next minute 30 is crazy. Now he picks up a car battery. Tejas gets shot, walks up the route into the skywalk, walks over here, holding a car battery, nothing out of the ordinary, stops right here, just stops on a dime, turns, aims, without seeing where he's throwing it. That car battery lands in a puddle the Maelstrom is currently walking through. The car battery flicked from the 2nd floor onto the 1st floor. If he had been 1 second later, the Maelstrom passes it. Then drops his briefcase, pulls out a sniper, shoots that sign, causes everyone to look that way. Distraction shots. That shot makes the servant walk all the way to the front of the train car, away from the girl polishing the monkey. Again, not a euphemism. Dead! That other shot makes this laundry guy walk away from the workers and away from the guards that are upstairs that could see him. Dead! 2 quick sniper kills. Shoots all the way down this hallway of guards to distract the thug. Kills the thug that was distracted upstairs, walks down the stairs. Barely avoids getting seen. And he has 2 coins. 1 minute, 58 seconds, barely under 2. He starts here, goes over this wall, goes around this, goes over here, goes through this, goes up here, around here, over here, up the hill, over here, down, around into the exit. So to get that under 2 minutes with that much walking is cracked. It's cracked. It's cardio. It's a cardio run. Our next run comes from the boat spawn. I had to include this one because they were not the only person, but one of the only fast times that did this, and it kind of blew my mind. 149 boat start from Bono. Really simple, really clean, beautiful precision. Shoots a gunshot here to make all of these civilians and this guard look towards the gunshot. Then shoots this guy in the head. The way he falls is so flat that when they look back towards him, up the angle of the stairs, they don't see him. Takes out a sniper. Shoots a spot that's isolated in the construction area. Makes the local run that way. Then, obviously, you knew you were going to see this today, but this one was particularly funny to me. takes out a violin, takes out a breaching charge. Now, we planned for this. Again, when David Red Sox and I worked on this contract, one thing I kept bringing up was the fact that, you know, people have seen Tupla. They're gonna try that shit again, bro. So again, we have that target in the other place. We have different countermeasures. However, there's one thing that I truly didn't understand about Mumbai, which is that unlike Tupla, you fly into the sky and you're constantly falling. On Mumbai, hold, there's a giant cross-map superhighway that goes above the entire map that, again, people cannot get on normally. But it is walkable. It is it has collision. So he, right here, boosts his way onto this giant superhighway through the middle of the map. The walls of the highway don't have collision, so we can shoot through them. So he snipes the local. Then he walks over to the edge of the highway and snipes this flag. Genius, because this flag kicks off the Maelstrom's main game storyline. If you shoot this button to raise the flag, it starts the Maelstrom's quest, and he changes his route. So now he's walking towards the flag. This runner figured out where he would be when he shot the flag and where the flag was and where he's gonna be on the way. So he jumps off the highway. Now again, from a Tupla level vantage point, you could not shoot this guy. But if you walk along a highway, then jump down onto a roof through two windows, then all of a sudden you can find an angle that just might pull laundry shot. Boom! That just might pull the servant over to the edge of the train car and kill him. Now, look at this. He's fucking running. Dude is hauling ass to get to the flag. That was the only person to do that. I did not see anyone else in the hundreds of one I watched to figure out his route, create a new route with the sign thing. He's walking there, be ready to hit that. I mean, he was the only person to kill him with that sign that I saw. Maybe a couple people did, but like out of 600, it was probably 2 or 3. And I think I only saw 1. That was really cracked. Then of course, gets the laundry kill, walks down here, and this is gonna be important. So I'm going to talk about it more later. There are 2 coins that are sitting on this desk, which is pretty powerful. It's going to turn out. So he steals 2 coins, walks down, and can get to the tuk-tuk without having to use an item slot. So his route going past those 2 coins is pretty important. Bam. Cracked run to get a 149 from the boat. But that isn't even the fastest boat time, and certainly is not on our top 10 or anything. That's just a sick run. This is not the best boat time, so this will not remove the boat. The boat could still be in contention. Taxi is not the answer. I guess I didn't show a photo shoot. I'll show you the world's best photo shoot afterwards, but photo shoot is cut. Let me just tell you, there was no fast photo shoot times. I think the fastest photo shoot time, I'm not even kidding, starts out in the photo shoot, climbs out of the window, walks down here, and just does the barge time. This is the fastest start from the train. Choo-choo. 145. He shaved off 5 seconds from that boat start we just saw. And again, entirely different start, entirely different strat. Let's watch the world's best train start from Haborpo. If you're gonna be a sick hitman like this, have a cooler name. Haborpo. Haborpo starts the train, which is kind of close to the servant, but not so close to anything else. Pretty tough start, all things considered. It's a cool way to enter it. You ride it on the train. It's pretty cool. Rides it on the train, smuggles in 3 coins. Again, coins are very important, but he's got them figured out already. Hops down, takes out a pistol, and shoots this right here. He just shoots him in the head, because he got there early enough in the cycle that she was close to the generator, so she goes out to fix it, and he just shoots him in the head. So there's nobody else in the room. Now, he only needs 2 coins. Using all parts of the buffalo here, he has an extra coin, and he needs to get past these 2 guards that'll see him. So he tosses a coin, flick, and just barely skids past them, which is pretty sick. So he used all of his items very well. By the way, it's so dude. The laundry target ended up being actually pretty free for these cracked runners if they could just get to a spot where no one sees them and perfectly headshot. Now, if you miss that headshot, it's instantly over because everybody looks. You can't even miss it and then get it. You have to get it first try every time. But like once you snipe him and he falls in that spot, they just don't see his body. Body shots that guy. Same thing as before. If you body shot a guard and he can't see you do it, he just gets enraged and runs to where you are. He'll just run right past you. Second thing, this guy's now he's doing some advanced AI trickery. If these guys see some other guard that's on an enraged mission, they will go join him. So look, he's about to get seen.
I can't see him.
Right here.
I can't see him.
But then they see that guard and they start running towards him. So the anger is contagious and he gets past these 3 guards. Body shot. This guy's like, what the?
Can anyone see?
It's just so funny. I think I lost him.
Fuck, I lost him. Can anyone see him?
This palm tree was a popular kill. If you shoot this palm tree, this guy will only hear it and walk all the way upstairs and stand in these convenient tall bushes and investigate. Now, if you die in tall bushes, nobody finds your body. So what he does is toss an explosive duck into the bushes.
Coming from somewhere around here.
It also conveniently makes this guy turn left so he can walk down the stairs without being seen. Watch out. Almost get seen. Almost get seen. Almost get seen. Blows up the bomb. Now here's what's fucked. It turns out that there are specific 20 to 30 second gaps, maybe like 20, 25 second gaps, where this guy has nobody looking at him. Now, the guy will come and talk to him, but there's gaps where that doesn't happen, and you can just walk your ass up and shoot him in the head on that barrel. He's just alone. Now, here's what's fucking crazy. He was the only person to do this. That bomb that killed that guy upstairs in the tall grass made this guy panic. And when he panics, he runs past that scooter and then out here alone. There's nobody here at this exact point. So he just turns around, boom, moving headshot, and gets the exit. 145. Fastest train spawn. We are now cutting out the train in the bottom left of the map. To get 3 seconds faster, we have to go to the slums. The slums are right in the middle of the map. They could be pretty good, but getting around the slums is pretty hard. This is Juanito. I think our first return winner. Now, Juanito didn't win first place, but he has won prizes before. Juanito is back with the world's fastest slum start. The only person to get under 2 minutes with slums, I believe, and at least the fastest. So 143 with slums. He calls it the tender food vendor. He starts out and immediately exits. It turns out the one sick advantage of this spawn, if you click out your cutscene instantly and walk up here and shoot this sign, that's where the maelstrom spawns. Boom, dead. Then, also the only person to do this kill, he shoots 3 triple shots over at the local over here, who's now gonna run this way. That takes him past this big pile of rusty explosive barrels, gets past. So he shoots it once to make it start leaking and puts a prox taser on it. Nobody else did that. That's another sick kill from Juanito. So now the guy's gonna run past it over to that and blow up on the super smart. Another accident kill. Okay, now he has to run through quite a bit of distance here to get to the laundry, I believe he's going to next. Yeah, then, okay, he does the classic taser through the slat, starts the taser. That's 3 dead. And then, dude, I don't know about this angle. There's an angle right here where nobody sees you shoot and you can kill the guy leaning against the monkey. And the way his body falls, the woman cleaning doesn't see him. 3 dead in a minute. There's a guy not literally seeing him, so I have to explain. I guess I can explain this. This is what we call fake NPCs. Now, Hitman is a game that has huge environments, hundreds of NPCs, and it's designed to run on both PC and console. So the developers had to make a little bit of a shortcut. I'm gonna show you live in game just so you can see authentically how it goes. See this huge crowd of people? See there's dozens of NPCs? If I pull out my gun, you'll see which ones are real. The ones that have white dots are the ones that actually have AI that will notice you have a gun. So if I pull out my gun, look, she'll see me and I lose green guns. But not every one of those guys is a real NPC, because if they all were, it would stress the system. So instead of having a full crowd of every NPC like running in panic and talking to guards, they just mix them in. But the really elite runners know the gaps in the crowd where real NPCs don't see them and fake NPCs do. And they can still die, by the way. They can still die. And if they die, you still lose Silent Assassin. But they can see you and all they do is just panic. Miami had it as well. People use this on Miami. We showed this in the last contract. So that guy died from the taser. He's running. He only has one left, the thug. And this is pretty cool. He blows up the scooter. Everybody panics. Everybody's running towards the scooter. The civilians run away. The guard in front is running towards. He just pops a guy in the head. Escapes on the boat. And this is the first time the boat felt like a fast exit to me. Like, the boat was not out of the way at all. He routed it so well. He just ended up at the boat when he needed to be. It wasn't out of the way. Very clean. Juanito, the tender food vendor, great run. Let's keep it going. Let's keep chopping down time. We are now going to show you the best world record hill start, which is faster than that. Slums are now removed from contention. Let's pull up the slums. Now, you'd think the hill would be pretty damn good because it starts near the thug. We'll see how that advantage comes into play. This is from ThatTower. 47 dripped out with the bandana and the gang member outfit. Shoots the flag. Also did a flag lure, but for it with an entirely different setup. Shoots the flag, smuggles in a sniper, goes up here. This is actually time lost. Not to knock him. I saw a few people do this. You can actually shoot this ladder to make it fall faster. This guy didn't. It's a half-second time lost. Okay. Wow, I forgot this one, I think. He ran this direction? Where the hell is he going? Oh, yeah, it's this run! Okay, I was like, why do we include this run again? This is what it takes to get a top time from the hill, bro. Again, a violin. Again, a breaching charge, of course. However, he is also not doing what Tupla did. He's not going to the sky. He is going to something I didn't know about. Always finding new shit. He is going to laundry angle. Again, these are angles that shouldn't be possible, and they're ones no one else had. 2 shots, okay? There he is. Now he's in the train. He's on the train. It turns out, in the game's mind, that train is always running, and it is a fixed collision box. He is standing on a train that isn't there yet. How did he boost onto the train? Gets the laundry kill. He just, dude, he's so far out of bounds, it's crazy. Which allows him to get all the way over here. He shoots through the window, through the other window, onto a spot where he lures the local guard. The flag he shot at the beginning, now the Maelstrom is there. He's standing at the flag. He lured the train guy as he turns. Boom! Just to be clear, what he shot was the generator. He shot the generator, made the servant walk outside, and as he was trying to fix the generator, shot him in the head. He also did it through the corrugated metal. You can't shoot through solid steel, but you can shoot through the corrugated weak metal, and he does that. Then, through the double window of this car, shoots Tejas, the local. Then runs along the train as it arrives, gets the final kill, jumps off of the moving train, and escapes on the train. Like one of the only train exits. That's a fucking sick run. For some people, they don't love seeing boosts, but when you've seen so many things in Hitman, seeing something new is so awesome. And I had no idea about the train being something you'll run on and figuring this out and finding these angles. Again, these are angles that no one else has ever done. It's really cool. World's best hill start. Congratulations. Now we are going to knock 6 seconds off of that from, again, an entirely different spawn. Eliminating one more answer here. The hill. We are going to show you the world's best time from the Charles. RKasti. I love this run. I tried the Charles first. The Charles is hard, bro. You start in an apartment on the 2nd floor of this thing. If you want to get out, you have to go all the way down. You're not really near anyone. I didn't get it. Seeing this run really blew my mind. This is like a really incredible run. A lot of people try the Charles. Most Charles runs were slow. He wakes up doing the villain pose in a chair, grabs a sniper, walks outside, sniper out, triple shot to Tejas. That guy's gonna run all the way to this apartment. He leaves a bomb in here. Not a proximity bomb, a remote detonating bomb. This is because RKasti in chat can tell you he tried proximity bomb and it kept blowing up too late and knocking this guy out the window. So he has to put it in a certain spot and time the explosion. Then he walks over here and found this angle. Dude, I don't know how he found this. If you tuck yourself into this corner behind this flower pot, take out your pistol and aim through the flowers, you can hit the laundry guy in the head and no one finds him. Boom, hits that guy. Sniper. Then you can also hit the train guy. You can hit the servant in a way where the girl in there doesn't find him. So he's got 2 kills from the Charles balcony corner, and the 3rd guy's running up here with a bomb. Laundry guy's getting destroyed these runs. Yeah, exactly. Laundry guy, nobody checks on him. He has no friends. That's what you get for being a mean guard. Picks up a car battery. Right as the Maelstrom walks by this area, again, this guy's kind of a random start spawn. He happens to be here as you get down. Catches him in a puddle. 3 dead, 1, actually 4 dead, really, because the 4th guy's going to the bomb. He's constantly checking his map to see when Tejas gets to the bomb. It's not a proximity bomb, it's a remote bomb, so he has to time it. Blows it up, timed perfectly. Grabs a, I don't know if anyone else used this. This is the new item, the holiday Easter egg. This is a non-lethal knockout bomb. Locks onto this woman's head. That knockout bomb knocks out all 3 of them non-lethally. And then, boom, headshot. Nobody finds it, all knocked out. Boat exit again. Fastest time from the Charles. Great job, great work. I really love that run. It used a lot of unique things. But the Charles is now eliminated, and now sub 1 minute 30. This is a very elite class of runners. Almost nobody did this at this point. And we get to Peter Dutton MP. Peter Dutton, are you in chat? This clip is being played in Aussie Parliament. Peter Dutton submitted a run 8 times. He submitted a run and then said, wait, I've done it better. Then said it again, then again, then again, then again, then again. He wasn't the fastest when he started, but he he ended up being the world's fastest time from the boat start. And I did not think the boat had much potential. What he did is incredible. And I have to get a song ready. We've already seen some cool boosts, right? But I've told you, we did design it with boosts in mind. We wanted to make sure that like the angles were not free from above. Like you couldn't just fly up and kill these people and then get out, like Tupla style. Well, this guy doesn't boost at all. Starts out, takes a sniper out, angles that guy upstairs, makes the local move this way, almost gets seen by the fisherman. Again, this one's pretty easy from where he starts. Just lures that guy to an isolated spot, kills him. No problem. This guy got lured upstairs to the palm tree, gets him around the corner, kills him. Then he sits his clown ass down against this crate and decides, I'm not gonna boost. I'm gonna glitch outside the bounds of the beach and go. Boost from above, but we never thought about boost from below. We did not think you could go below the map. He goes under the fucking sea, goes down the beachhead and finds, I mean, the amount of time it took him all week to find perfect lure shots where you can't see anything. There's no textures. He doesn't know what he's looking at. Well, I don't know what I'm looking at. What is he shooting at? I don't know. But he lined all his stuff up to get everybody isolated. This is the servant. What is this shot? I don't know. He told me. I asked him about it. This shot right here, this guy walks over here, then turns a little bit. He like sways a little bit. And when his shoulder is in this exact pixel, you can hit it. Everything else is metal. There's one pixel for his shoulder. Let's just like show it again. Look at the sway of his shoulder. Gets the laundry guy in the foot. Through the floor. Then normally when you get out of bounds like this below the map, you just can't get back up. This is one of the only spots in Hitman where it's a sloped beach underground. So after he's boosted out of the map, he can walk back up the beach. A clown emerges from the sea after killing her. I mean, dude, this shit, that's unreal. That's an unreal run. I'm so impressed. The last kill's pretty easy. He just puts a taser in that puddle. The maelstrom will walk through it eventually. In fact, right now he does. And then that's all 5 kills dead. He never left the boat. Walks to the exit and he's out. Our first sub 130 time. You have to do something special to get sub 90 second, because otherwise it's just near impossible. And that's what we're gonna see from now on. So we're now in the top 5 runs I'll be showing. We're gonna chop 5 seconds off of that time from Peter Dutton from an entirely different start. And though I said it has to be something special, this one has no boost or under boost at all. This is just cracked. And it comes from our next eliminated spawn, the train yard, from Ksiazekarol. This is a 123 train yard. And he had a little message. This is my first time participating in a competition like this. I'm not normally a speedrunner, but I'm a longtime fan of your Hitman content. So most of my knowledge comes from watching you play. And I'm pretty proud of this guy to get into the elite class of runners. And he doesn't even use any boosts. Starts in the train yard. What does he do? What does he do? I think he just walks over here, shoots the generator, shoots the guy in the head. Yeah. But good angle. Good angle. Triple shot. These guys don't see where it's coming from, so they're gonna go investigate. He walks past it. Obviously, this laundry kill is just the cracked guy's incredible aim, though. First of all, both the shots. Then he takes this. He turns left here. Almost nobody else turned left here, but he goes into the crowd. This would slow most people down because you're hitting all the targets, but he goes through all these winding passageways and back alleys that almost nobody else did. Takes out a taser, puts a taser in that puddle right before Wazir Kali goes through again, when people have done that before. Uses one of his coins. Tosses a coin. I'm not even 100% sure why yet. Activates the taser. Lures the local. Distraction shot on these 3. Hits him in the head. Oh yeah, the coin makes that person move so they don't see it. Again, this is just like never stop moving, hit every shot. Being perfect, knowing all the little tricks of time gaps where you can kill somebody. And I just want to be, I'm really impressed with like the raw skill. Hits this. And then walks to the exit. I mean, every one of those kills we've seen individually in other people's runs, I think, but the route was unique and he just nails everything. And that's where you can get with like raw skill. A 123, super cracked. Again, world record time from the train yard, but of course, not even close to our fastest time. And we only have 4 runs left. So I gotta get down to the elite stuff here. We are down to 4 more runs and we have 4 more spawns that could be the solution to this contract. And the next one I'm gonna show you is the world's best metal forge time from 69. This is a Japanese runner, came up with the very best Metal Forge spawn. Starts out in the Metal Forge. Now, what's good about this spawn? Not much, except if you cut the cutscene fast, run outside. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to. That's everybody else's spawn. Every single other Metal Forge spawn ran outside and shot a sign right here that the Maelstrom walks under. I forgot, but he doesn't do that because I think running around the corner is too slow for him. So he tosses a car battery into a puddle right here that guy will walk through. It bounces off the wall into the puddle. Then you have to see one. You have to see one crazy person that takes the extra mile to learn the launch angle. He puts down a bomb and puts down a taser. He is going to launch a taser. It launches through here. It goes out that tiny slat over here and lands, and this guy hears it. He hears the sound of the taser and goes, what? And then walks over and it gets activated and it shocks him to death. To find that angle is lunacy. Anyway, picks up the coins, distraction shot, headshot. All right, running around the corner. Again, that first guy's about to die from the taser bomb launch. 2 targets already dead. Double shot. Double shot again. Not sure what that first double shot was for. Oh, distract to make these guys panic so they don't see him shoot these. Then, insane setup. So right now, he's shooting through a window, through the train window. There's actually only a very small spot to get the headshot. He keeps hitting the edge of the window. Finally gets it. Runs to the exit. Super clean route. I mean, the mere addition of the taser launch saved him like 30 seconds on the next guy. So that's why he was able to just fucking cut that down. The time he spent grinding out that launch was worth it. Huge congrats. Best time from Japan. There are now 3 spawns remaining. Skywalk, Main Street, and Barge. We will be showing the Barge spawn. If you did Barge was one of the most popular spawns in the game. I think it might be the most popular. Barge is 3rd, removed. And we are now down to 2. The world's best Barge spawn was from Mikesters17, and he got a 117. We are now getting close to the human limit. 117, I will just tell you, by some definitions, is the fastest time we got today. If you are a person that doesn't want to see anything that breaks the game, then Mikesters is your world record. I want to watch this right now. Let's show you what Mikesters got with his 117 barge. This is our fastest barge time. Starts out in the barge, distracts the local guard, never stops running, keeps running, just instant pop, keep moving. Distraction shot for the thug. Keeps running. Taser for the Maelstrom. Runs up the stairs. Walks past this guy. Spins around. Blam! Does not stop moving. Headshot. Just look at that. Look at the slide. Boom. Keeps moving. Body shot. So we can get down this hallway of death. Everyone's panicked. Again, he only has a pistol because of his spawn location. And not a good disguise either. Everyone will see him. But he's... Dude, look at this lineup. I don't... Why is the laundry guard so free? This guy's lining up pistol shots through the tree. Oh my God, that's so cracked. Barely doesn't get seen. Tucks into this bush behind these 2 fake NPCs. And again, like, no lineup time. Just snaps the servants. Again, that guy will get found eventually, but she's polishing the monkey. So now, in like a minute 10, he has pistol sniped all the targets. From the barge. This is the human limit. Like, he didn't stop. You might be able to shave off a second if you grinded this forever, but that's it. Okay? However, that is not in our top 21 times. I told you I'm only showing 2 more runs, and that's what I'm doing. We are now down to 2 spawns. Of the next 20 times, 20 are from one of these spawns, and 1 is from the other. It turns out there was an answer to this contract. It turns out there was a spawn which was uniquely positioned to beat these spawns. And that spawn is the Skywalk. And it is the solution. And I'll explain why. There's some unique advantages, and there is a crazy run from Skywalk. But to enter the top 20 times, there are 19 Skywalks and 1 Main Street, not just the top 20, but the top 10, is an incredible achievement. But he didn't just do that. He became the only person in the world to get sub 1 minute without going to Skywalk. That, my friends, is this guy Duller. This is the main street. It starts pretty far from everything and near a huge crowd of NPCs. So it's not very good. How did Duller solve that problem? Let's find out. Here is Duller's 58-second main street spawn. Takes out his pistol, instantly distracts somebody. Walks up, grabs a smuggled violin, obviously. Now, I told you we were gonna see some cool boosts. I told you there's a lot of cool things to boost on. I also told you that the legend, Tupla Piconi, is not competing this year. However, his spirit lives on. Now remember, we planned for this. We planned for this not being possible. Watch what he does. He launches 4 million feet into the sky and starts falling. Again, every other boost we've seen has been onto something where you can stand there, take your time, distraction shots, move. He is falling instantly. Changes his resolution, takes out his pistol. These first 3 shots are causing the thug to run towards, I guess, where he's shooting from, which is the sky. I don't know how it works. Second shots. These shots distract all of the guards that would find Tejas, the local. Okay, then takes his sniper out midair. Still falling. This is crazy. Those 2 shots, it causes a laundry worker to go, question mark, I need to report this to a guard. So the laundry worker goes back the mean guard and reports the bullet hole. Then the laundry guard goes to investigate the bullet hole. So it's like a chain delay. It's not even the guard is hearing the bullet hole. Someone else isn't telling him about it. This guy is trying to run to the sky, apparently. This is the first thug guy. He's trying to run as high up as he can get. He misses. You only get a certain amount of height and it's pretty random. It's like 1 in 100 tries that you're getting enough height to do this. He missed the first shot and barely clutched. It misses and he's like, fuck, it's over. He gets it. Now, to be clear, that is the end of the hyper boost. Tupla Piconi in his famous run got all 5 targets basically from the top. 4 to 5. He did that whole thing to get 1 target, to make the main street work. It was a hyper boost for 1 of 5 targets. He's still really high up. He's in a really cool angle, but he got the 1 guy he couldn't get. One of the earlier lure shots he did made Maelstrom walk up the skywalk alone. Boom, kills him. He's in the right spot to get an angle nobody else had on the skywalk that kills the Maelstrom. Nobody else in the world killed him there. Then the laundry guard is investigating that bullet hole from earlier, and it's timed so that he gets there at the right time. He has this crazy weird angle on the laundry. I don't even know what he's shooting right now. I'm still, he's shooting everywhere, dude. There's like, I'm not kidding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs that he sent me on what he's doing here. I can't even follow it all. I'm trying. Okay, he's moving people around all over the map at all times. That guy's panicked. Now the laundry guy's dead. By the way, he does a swag thing. This is just what cool runners do. Every time he does a sniper shot and gets it, he drops the gun in midair and picks it up out of the air. He snatches it out of the air. It's just swag. Just watch this. That's just swag. Now he's got that crazy angle on the this is crazy. He shoots these other shots to make the monkey woman panic and run away. Then bam, he's dead. Then kills Tejas. Nobody's around. Then all of this, everything that I've shown you so far would be useless because there's not a good exit for Main Street. You still need coins to get to a tuk-tuk. And he doesn't have any item slots because he needed the booster, he needed the breaching charge, he needed the violin, he needed the sniper. He doesn't have item slots for coins. Now we know there's only 1 coin in here. It turns out there is exactly 1 tuk-tuk on this whole map who is cheap. I did not know this. There is 1 taxi who gives you a discount. This one right here. Everything had to align to make, it's so unreal to me. I watched this run and I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I started counting. I was like scrolling back. Did he get to pick a coin somewhere? Where'd he get the second coin? It's just a single cost coin. Bro just walks out 1 coin. That is unreal. 58 seconds. The only person in the world to break a minute outside of Skywalk. Incredible run from Dollar. Incredible run from Dollar. One of the most impressive things I've seen. Now we have 9 Skywalk runs, and I'm not going to show you them all. I'm going to show you the very best. And I want to explain to you First of all, why Skywalk became the winner of this contest. So we have 5 targets. And over the course of all the runs today, you've seen how runners have truly abused the little gaps in timing and location to be able to kill them almost for free. Just to find spots you can shoot them in the head and kill them for free. Here's the big problem. The guys we made that are hard to kill from high up are all on the left. They're all near the skywalk. The ones you can kill from high up are all over here on the right. And it turns out Tejas, he doesn't have enough friends. So he's really far away, but you can kill him from far away and it's not a problem. And once you figure that out, you realize how raw powerful it is. But figuring that out and executing it are 2 different things. And with so many elite runners realizing the advantage of this spawn, they were all grinding for millisecond differences. I want to announce our 2nd and 3rd place winners right now. I'm not going to show it because it's all pretty similar. ICA 677 is our 3rd place with 49 seconds. Our 2nd place is the legendary Frag King. He got 49 seconds. Exactly the same. He is, I'm talking like a millisecond faster. 4th place, Gen P, 49 seconds. 5th place, 50 seconds. 6th place, 51 seconds. They're all crazy close, but the winner is an entirely new name that you probably have not heard before in the world of Hitman. This is a man who I believe got into Hitman from our Hitman videos. It's Squeaks. He has taught me things, and the first time I remember hearing his name is I believe he got into Hitman because he would watch Hitman Horse and then do our contracts better than us and send me the times. This is the legendary Scruffy05. Now this guy in the world's biggest contest ever got the best time in the world. Scruffy05, 48 seconds. He broke that barrier. And to do that, he had to do so many little things that I'm gonna try to explain to you. He sent me again more explanation. Let's watch the world best time and our 1st place prize, $750 in your pocket, Scruffy05. So he starts here. Now, you might know this from the world record runs or the old Hitman videos I used to do. There is a way to kill the Maelstrom very quickly from the skywalk because he walks past a scooter instantly. We knew that going in. We knew that going in. That's not the problem. The problem with skywalk are killing the other people. Grabs a sniper. Now, do you remember when I told you that those 2 coins in the Taylor's building would come into play later? Well, it turns out that Scruffy saw those 2 coins and saw a fucking opportunity. Grabs 2 coins. Now you have to understand, we know about this shot. We know it's a good shot, but I tried this shot from this location. First of all, very difficult. But second of all, he has panicked people, and people that panic run randomly. Those 2 civilians will occasionally just run into here and find this body. Also, sometimes the guards upstairs will see this body. He told me the math on his resets. Only 10% of the time does this body not get found. So every run, 9 times out of 10, he had to restart. Again, these guards start to get panicked, takes out a sniper, kills that guy. That one's pretty free. That one that's been figured out, that's a great run. Then, that shot is so precisely placed. That shot has to be, let me make sure I get exactly what he says. Can I just show you? Can I? Look at what he wrote me to explain this run. I'll just tell you what he said, okay? The shot I do on the ground at 37 seconds is super important and pretty precise. I do that to stop the taxi driver from hearing me throw the violin or from hearing the detonation of the breacher. If he hears either of these, he'll go to investigate it, and then you can't use him as an exit. If this guy's not back at his post, you can't use him to exit on the taxi. So he had to shoot a shot to make him get away so he could show this violin down. And then he found, of course, this spot. And this is why Skywalk is broken. The highway overpass, that was fine. Not even that good. Going to the sky itself, not that good. We planned for all that. But it turns out, if you can kill the 3 people he's already killed, this spot's incredible. This spot hits the foot, hits the pinky toe of Tejas, and then hit just enough height to make the people on the stairs turn around. Drops his sniper, falls 4,000 feet, and spams the exit button because he wants to get a 48. Because he knows if he gets 49, it's a 5-way tie. Spams. And does it. This boost is between 5 and 10% success rate. Most of the time does not work. Understand that if 90% of runs fail from that other trick in the laundry, and then 95% fail from this boost, he had to grind so many times and then hit every shot perfectly every time. Truly a masterpiece, and we're out of this contract. See you guys next year for another one. I thought we would end it this year, but there was so much cool shit. We have to do it again. I don't want to reveal anything. I think this is kind of the coolest boost can get. I really love this, but I think I'm going to try to make it next year to where it's more about precision and stuff. We've been going bigger and bigger and wider and wider. We're going to try smaller. Congratulations to everybody who entered. This was really fantastic to watch. Me and David Red Sox had so much fun looking through all your runs. And I'm proud to give first place to Scruffy, who deserves it. A guy I've been talking to in Hitman for a long time. Clearly, for this contract, the best in the world.